Next up, we are going to talk about another popular person in the entertainment space, Lori Harvey. Miss
Lori.
High in Demand Lori Harvey. Miss I Am Dating on My Terms.
Ah,
Lori Harvey. So we've talked about Lori Harvey on this channel before. Lori Harvey, in the aftermath of her breakup with Michael B. Jordan, which crushed the hearts of young black celebrity followers everywhere who were just so distraught because that was the one time that we got to see a young, all black, good looking couple
power
in
couple.
the entertainment world, yeah, be together. And this was the one chance for this to happen. And it didn't happen because she dumped him. You know, but be that as it may, in the aftermath of that, she talked about how she wants to date on her own terms. And so we found this quite interesting because this speaks to her penchant for dating on her own terms. So gonna go ahead and talk real quick about this article first. This is an article from Yahoo, which gets into Lori Harvey's non-disclosure agreement. So this is from Yahoo News. This is a story from December 8th. It says Lori Harvey makes men sign NDAs with $1 million penalties before dating. Lori Harvey is one of the most desirable women in the game, and she's always seen with some fly gentlemen. She has also succeeded in keeping her romantic relationships under wraps until she publicly boasts about them. According to rumors, she attributes her success to a set of guidelines she has for any potential love interest. Close associates say that the social media celebrity requires all possible dates to sign a legally binding non disclosure agreement before she gives them any serious consideration. Quote, Lori makes all the men sign an NDA, end quote, to ensure the privacy of their conversations, one of the friends has told Media Takeout. The confidant revealed that the agreement forbids the suitor to show the friend's photos or read the friend's messages to anyone. The parties are also barred from capturing any screens of their discussions or communications, including video chats. If the men choose to defy the agreement, they will face some pretty serious ramifications. The insider also said that the airtight agreement contained $1 million penalty for any breach and was drawn up by the same leading Los Angeles law firm responsible for Drake's, we just talked about Drake, notorious non disclosure agreements. Anyone who wants to date Lori has to sign it, the friend said. Not not a single man is exempt, and any of Harvey's male celebrity fans who signed the agreement have chosen to remain nameless. So that's you get the gist of it. Lori Harvey makes all of her relationship prospects sign a non-disclosure agreement, the breach of which comes with a $1 million penalty. So all you guys out there who are trying to get at Lori Harvey, understand that if you violate the terms of service, you will be forced to pay by law a $1 million penalty or suffer perhaps stiffer consequences if you choose to renege on that. So yeah, like I said, man, we talked about Lori Harvey before. She has talked about how she dates on her own terms. Um, I have described Lori Harvey as a part of this new wave of women in the modern westernized cultures who dates within a masculine context. I find Lori Harvey to be a masculine dater. I don't think that she is any different from people like Brittany Renner or Amber Rose, um, in my opinion. But yeah, so there you have it. Lori Harvey, $1 million NDA for anyone who wants to date her. Do you have any thoughts on Lori Harvey's non disclosure agreement or the news breaking about her NDA?
I agree with it. I would say that, especially since she is a celebrity and air quote famous. So similar to the last discussion, where this is a new day and age where people like to expose people for their own personal clout. So everybody that she dates may not be a Hollywood star, all right, may not be Hollywood plugged in or any other type of industry. She might date a regular high value guy at any point. Um, nobody could try to out the situation for their own publicity and their own play so they can get a career off of her juice.
Mhm.
So I find it actually quite useful. I feel like all celebrities should do this. $1 million, that is a stiff penalty, but might as well get paid if somebody decides to leak, photos of you or chats that you had between, one party and the next, and they call themselves trying to out you. Well, how did this get out? Because I ain't leak it. So I'm gonna need $1 million plus emotional damages and all this other stuff, and she might get a little bit more than a mil. You know, so I'm for it. I feel like all celebrities should do it, even though she is, like you said, an aggressive dater. Most women in the West are. Um, and if you are indeed a celebrity, you indeed do have options. So for her to try to weigh all of those options and maximize on it and get the top point zero whatever percent of men, she has a lane to play that and to get that. So she's actually in a position that a basic female wish she was in. So yeah, so for her to pull this card, I don't have any bones with it. So how about you, bro? How do you feel about this situation?
Yeah, I'm Team Lori. Team Lori.
Mhm.
And for the record, um, I never took issue with Lori Harvey or anyone who wants to do things how they want to do it.
Mhm.
Meet, sleep with all the men you want, be with all the men you want, dictate your terms as best you can. Um, the only thing that I thumb my nose up is when you speak in code about it. That's the only contention that I've had with Lori
They're gonna
Harvey.
they're gonna do that.
I know. It's just me and the way that I process stuff. When I spot somebody speaking in code, I'm just gonna point it out.
That's
But
fair.
but otherwise, I don't. Yeah, she should have an NDA because she will be at risk if she doesn't protect herself at all costs. So I completely am with her. And what better way to deter people from violating your what better way to deter people from violating your terms than by instilling a harsh enough penalty so as to let people know, if you do this, this is the price to be paid. I don't care how rich somebody is. No one wants to pay out $1 million because they decided to be a holla dog hitting. But no one wants to pay $1 million because they decided that because they a hit dog, they gonna holler and expose a woman for whatever they had going on with their relationship.
Hmm.
So the $1 million penalty to me is fair. Hell, make it 5 million for all I care. Whatever you got to do to make it so that you can protect yourself at all costs. Like, so Brittany Renners of the world, um, Amber Rose, Lori Harvey, women like this, women in these spaces. You can, a lot of them are a dime a dozen these days. I'm trying to think of other examples of chicks like this. I've commented that they date in a very masculine way, meaning the way that we've always perceived masculinity in dating to be is to plant seeds and explore options.
Hmm.
Men have always been expected to do these things throughout westernized culture, and so now women are starting to catch up, and women are doing the same thing. And I think in our, within the liberal context of our current society, women are being celebrated and embraced for doing this. Now, to be reasonable, I do think that if men can explore options, women should be able to explore it too. I'm not going to be a hypocrite in that regard. So if men can be out here doing whatever they do, then women can be out here doing whatever they do too. And if there's anyone on either side who does not like that, then they need to go back to their own side and say, maybe we need to dial some of this back a little bit because it's causing problems in other areas. But as presently constructed, all things being equal, guys are out here doing this too. As much as I may hate it personally as a man, I don't like it. But this is the world that we live in now. And women are serial masculine daters now. And they explore every option that they can until they get what they want. And so I bring that up because you best believe that if there are women who are dating in a masculine way,
Hmm.
then there are also men who date in a feminine way. The door swings both ways. So, some of these low hanging fruits that we've always attributed to the way that women approach men, such as being gossipy, always getting on the phone, talking to their friends about their business, airing out dirty laundry on social media or in public, or being quick to get on a microphone and exposing a dude for his weak sex game, or for how big his or for how big he is, how big his package is, or how much money he got, or lack thereof, or how cheap he is. We always attribute these types of behaviors to
Mhm.
women when it comes to relationships. And so we've always said that's what females do. That's what women do. That's what it means to be feminine, is to always want to yap, 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 talk, talk, talk. Well, men do that too. Men do that now. You got a lot of these feminine, imbalanced, weak, emotionally weak men out here, beta males, as some would call them, who don't know how to control their emotions, who don't know how to be men about their business. And whenever a situation with a woman doesn't work out in their favor, they're going to do what the feminine thing is to do, which is expose them on the internet, talk about it publicly, make videos about them, put photos of them out for mass consumption. They're going to do things to damage those women because they're hit dogs and they want to holler, much in the way that women historically have always done. So, a lot of this is being brought to bear that it's just becoming more and more equitable. And so, if a woman in Lori Harvey's position has to deal with beta males uh, in the entrepreneur, business, entertainment space, because she has to actually date these guys, then she does owe it to herself to protect herself from being exposed by these betas who will do the feminine thing, which is get on their phone and get on their socials, get on their Instagrams and their TikToks or whatever these dudes do nowadays, and expose these chicks, whether it's through photos, chat conversations, text messages, whatever the case may be. These guys are doing very feminine things nowadays in this Western culture that we're in. So if guys are doing things in a feminine way, women are doing things in a masculine way. We have a no holds barred, free for all match going on, where we're just throwing shit at the other side and seeing how much damage that we can do. Lori Harvey should protect herself against that. So I don't blame her in the slightest. It is what it is. Maybe if there were less beta males out here doing feminine things, there would be less of a need for women to protect themselves with NDAs. But then I can also say that if there were less women out here who were looking to be resource extractors from men, men would feel less of a need to sign NDAs. So there's toxicity on either side, and everyone owes it to themselves to protect themselves from it as best they can. And, Lori Harvey's no exception.
Well, especially if you're, yeah, high end, well known name such as Lori Harvey or Drake or any other, these other people that make people sign things. And there's also another angle here as well. Maybe she do want to slide how she want to slide, and
Yeah.
maybe the body counts is going up a little bit. And so she don't need people coming out the woodworks and saying, yeah, I hit that. Yeah, I hit that too. Yeah, hey, but Ben Simmons, right? Tory Lanez, right? All these names. It's like, what the hell's going on here? And so if there's a situation going on like that and people are sharing it, nah, bro, I hit. I'm telling you, I linked with her last month. And then now they want to show text messages of, hey, come through. And she came through. So she don't need that either. So much like how the article says, it's going to remain a secret unless she wants to come out and brag about it. Hey, I'm dating your boy from whatever movie. Oh, watch, I didn't think I was
Mhm.
going to get him. You know what I'm saying? The Dusties and the normies that probably got slaughtered in the midst of that. Yeah, we'll never hear of those names because they signed some NDAs. So that might be also another angle of a masculine form of dating, right?
Yeah.
So, but again, man, we're in this age now where modern women, and especially if they bought into the philosophies, they're going to drop their nuts. You know what I'm saying on people. And so she's gonna want to slay what she wants to get slain, and she's like, "Yo, look at me." And how many people is gonna turn that down? No,
Mhm.
why? Because you came at me too masculine, or you. Dudes ain't gonna have no excuse not to try not to slaughter that.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, it is what it is. This is where we're at in modern society, man. But celebrities do have to protect themselves. There's too much stuff going on out there. There's too much business and gossiping. All right, so you can sell something to TMZ if it's spicy enough. All right, I don't know what
Hmm.
you get for that, but people still are willing to do it. So I
Yeah.
wouldn't put anything past anybody that comes into my bedroom if I'm on that kind of status. So yeah, have at it, Miss Harvey. But I'll be damned if I meet any woman that's trying to make me sign some in NDA because they seen Lori Harvey. What's this? Oh well, Lori Harvey does it, and I think it was a good idea. So you need to sign here, or I'll sue you for like 50,000. I was like, girl, I wish somebody would. Now, Miss Harvey, you can DM me at Dogon_SS, and I ain't telling nobody nothing. All right, but anybody else, yeah, kick rock, get on out of here. So it is what it is with that, man.
Yeah, I think that it's two pronged. I think that it's her wanting to have her fun and do the serial dater, thing, and then
Yeah,
it's also protection from the trolls and the toxic inhabitants of the space that she occupies.
yeah,
I think it's both of those things at the same time. And yeah, she owes it to herself to protect herself from either one of those things getting the better of her, because she doesn't need that. She's been able to cultivate a brand for herself, I guess through the muscle of, her family and all of that kind of stuff. Cause I still
yeah.
don't know what she does. I guess she models stuff or whatever. I still don't know what she does,
Hey,
but I
she's
know
Steve
who
Harvey
she is.
daughter.
Yeah, I know who she is. And so that's a testament to what they've been able to manufacture over there. And yeah, you don't need some weak beta male troll coming to compromise any of that because he wants to be a hit dog and holla about stuff. And people can't be trusted. I can only imagine what it's like being in that environment. You might have a guy who represents himself well, but these dudes are so weak nowadays. If he feels slighted by Lori Harvey in any kind of way, despite how he presented himself, he'll be the first one airing out all kinds of dirty laundry and trolling her and making her look bad in the public sphere, and she don't need that. So yeah, um she might want to think about upping that penalty from 1 million to 5 million, like I said, whatever you got to do to protect yourself. But as much as I like to kind of call women like Lori Harvey out on various BS things that they might say, at the end of the day, I feel like I'm a reasonable, fair-minded individual, and I do think that she owes it to herself to protect herself, and so I'm Team Lori on that. I don't fault that. I don't know if something like an NDA ever matriculates into the general population, where I might be out and I might go to the grocery store and meet some chick and we hit it off and she wants me to sign an NDA. That's the day that I'm just gonna give up on. That's the day that I'm
Yeah,
just
like
gonna give up.
what are we not disclosing? Who the hell are you?
Yeah, like I haven't run out. I have not run into anything like that. Anybody who sees this video, any guy, well, any women, anybody, if y'all have run into anything like this, let us know in the comments, because I'm very curious. Is this something that y'all are running into in just like regular people world, not millionaire top 1, top 10% world, but regular world? You meeting people out there, and anybody ever had to deal with somebody who wanted them to sign some kind of document, because that's wild business.
Yeah, because
Um,
honestly, like, what does that lead to? You know what I'm saying? One day I'm gonna wake up drugged and handcuffed to the bedpost, and it's like, yeah, you can't tell nothing because I done told man, I decided to
yeah,
NDA is so crazy, yeah.
yeah. I don't know if it's filtered that far down, but it's interesting that you bring that up. If it has filtered that far down, then boy, oh boy,
Yeah, get out,
we
sirs. Don't
yeah,
do
we are definitely on our way to living in that Book of Eli world.
it.
If it's gone that far, down the
Oh
rabbit
my
hole.
goodness.
Yeah. But yeah, shouts out to Lori Harvey, man. Good luck on your NDA. I know you out there slaying them just like Drake is. So
Hit that
um
sub. Hit that sub.
yeah,
Skirt,
yeah,
skirt.
yeah, for sure, for sure. But yeah, so keep doing your thing, Lori. We appreciate the
Mhm.
content.